You can also do it in the app. You can hit me up on the text line.
Choke Points, presented by Carter Subaru. Tuesdays and Thursdays on KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Eric Johnson here. I spent the past 30 years working to help make our community better informed, better protected when it comes to consumer issues, and better equipped to take on whatever life throws at us. That's why I love the free Washington Accident book series from Davis Law Group. These books keep us better informed about the law, better able to protect ourselves on and off the road, and better off when all is said and done after an accident. Chris Davis didn't have to write these books. He did it because he saw a need. People who were in accidents or other legal situations didn't know what to do, what pictures to take, documents to request. Only a tiny fraction of the people who get these free books will ever become clients of Davis Law Group, but that's not the point. Chris wrote them because it was the right thing to do. The free Washington Accident book series is a must-have for drivers who want to be prepared for whatever the road might throw at them. Get yours at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com.
More fiber and laxatives, eh? Who are you? I'm future you. Future me? Constipation with belly pain still coming back? Our doctor figured it out. It's irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, and Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO Newsradio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon, I'm Aaron Granello. Emergency declared in King County and beyond after 24 rivers flooded during round 1 of an atmospheric river. KIRO 7 TV's Jack Bellew is in North Bend, where a veterinary clinic flooded.
Trying to reschedule appointments that were scheduled for today. They even had a surgery that was supposed to happen. And of course, they can't do that here now, but she does tell us they do not do boarding. Thankfully, there were no animals inside when this happened, so no animals were hurt.
Also near North Bend, a mudslide covered I-90 eastbound, shutting down the freeway for hours overnight. It is now back open. Meantime, another band of heavy rain is set to move in later tonight. Meteorologist Kirby Cook with the National Weather Service.
It's a forecast to move back to the north overnight and through the day tomorrow, really into Thursday morning.
Says it could dump 8 to 15 inches of rain in the central Cascades. All that moisture then spilling into rivers, causing even more flooding. Washington's licensing department now admits it wrongly gave out hundreds of truck and bus licenses to non-citizens. The Washington State Standard reporting the DOL issued nearly 700 licenses in error since 2018. DOL says the mistakes have been corrected. Agency says it is working to make sure it does not happen again. Big development for Washington's wine industry. KIRO 7 TV's Lindsay Sheldon explains.
Chateau Saint Michel Wine Estates in Woodinville has been sold to Washington's Wyckoff family. That means the Northwest's largest winery will be locally owned for the first time in more than 50 years. The deal closed last week. The sale price was not announced.
Federal Reserve kicks off its last meeting of the year today. It will wrap up tomorrow, and it now appears the agency will cut interest rates. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
I think it's helpful if you are a borrower. That's fine. If you're a saver, of course, you're kind of gnashing your teeth on, gee, I missed those 5% CDs. You're not going to see those anymore.
The move would mark the third straight meeting with a rate cut by the Fed. Now to the real-time traffic desk at 3:32. We say hello to Sully.
Hey, Aaron. We're off to an okay start. I mean, considering the weather that we have out there. One thing that I haven't had a chance to mention yet, and it is causing a pretty significant impact. The Hood Canal Bridge is actually closed at this point. They had an earlier crash on the bridge, and they're in the process of trying to get the vehicles out of there. So this is a vehicle recovery issue, and there's a huge backup on northbound 3, also westbound on eastbound on 104 as well. They're in the process of trying to get it reopened. If you have a date with a Russell from Bremerton and he's running late, he's stuck in this. So if you're listening, cut him a break. He's stuck in traffic. As for the rest of the map, we are clearing out a little bit on northbound I-5 as you work your way towards the 526 Boeing Freeway in Everett. We had an earlier crash just after that. You need about 50 minutes from Seattle to Everett and the Bellevue to Everett. Now, if you're heading across the trestle to Snohomish, I might suggest another option, maybe because they have the right lane on the trestle blocked in the eastbound direction. They're trying to take care of all the debris that's piling up underneath the trestle from the EV Slough, which is running pretty heavy at this point. Going the other direction, we have about a normal day from Bellevue down into Renton, and from Renton down into Puyallup is not too bad. Some brake lights out of South Center, you're manageable, and then Tacoma to Olympia is running right around 40 minutes. KIRO News Radio Real-Time Traffic, I'm Chris Sullivan.
And your forecast now brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. We are starting to see the rain now move into the South Sound, and also a big band of rain in the Olympic Peninsula at the moment. Heavy rain region-wide as the night goes on. Not going to let up for a couple of days, it looks like. Right now, looking at 54 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Home Comfort Alliance, when it comes to heating, cooling, plumbing, electrical needs, there's only one place to call. That's HomeComfortAlliance.com. Okay. Al from Suncadia is going to come on. My friend Dan wrote in about, because he also lives in Suncadia. People are really upset that they got rid of the Merry Christmas sign. Oh, yeah.
Don't want to upset Dan.
How about Sully doing like personalized shout outs on traffic?
Wow. Late for my date.
Being a conduit is something I take seriously, John.
Yeah, apparently.
And it doesn't just apply to traffic. Yeah, I try to help out Young Love.
But what was that again? Young Love?
Well, Russell's got his way to a date, and he told me, he's like, man, what's going on with the Hood Canal Bridge? I'm stuck. I'm like, well, okay, it's closed as they're doing so. So, yeah, I'm here to try to help people out.
He's going on a date at 3:30 in the afternoon. What kind of date is that?
I'm not sure. Maybe they've got a fun night planned. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a first date.
Yeah, no date shaming. Come on.
I'm sorry, it just seems early for a date. All right.
Some of us do get up earlier in the morning.
Sounds like they're heading over to a fast food restaurant at this time. All right, Sally, this day in history. Sally mentioned someone's going on a date on the traffic on this very moment. 1835, the Texas Army captures San Antonio. 1869, the Knights of Labor, America's first national labor union, is formed. Let's see. John Birch Society is founded. 1958. There's some kooky ideas, those guys. Yeah. And let's see, 1979, smallpox officially declared eradicated. No more blankets for anybody. 1987, the Gaza Strip.
Intifada.
Yeah, the Intifada begins there. In 1992, U.S. Marines storm Mogadishu in Somalia. Right, that was a whole Black Hawk Down thing.
Now you're going to mention the sneaker game?
That sneaker game. There was a sneaker game. The New York Giants beat the Chicago Bears in a sneaker game. The reason they had to wear sneakers was?
The field froze.
Did they call them sneakers back then?
Apparently.
Kicks. How about this? 1965, Charlie Brown Christmas first airs. Yeah, crazy story behind the scenes. Coca-Cola executives gave Schultz documentary in. They said, listen, we want you to come up with something we can advertise with. Coca-Cola. And we'll make it an hour long. We're only going to give you 6 months to come up with it. And we'll be able to, make each segment end, keep it short so we can have a whole bunch of commercials in there. Coke also said, we want Coca-Cola sign in there. We want the Coca-Cola sign at the skating rink. We want Snoopy to put up a Coca-Cola thing. And then in the end, we want Merry Christmas to all and go enjoy a Coca-Cola. Well, when they sat down to watch it with only a few weeks before the airing, Coke hated it. I said, absolutely not. We're not putting our name on this thing. They had a whole bunch of different problems with it. One, they didn't like the music. They thought the music was too jazzy and too solemn, and kids don't like jazz. They wanted something happier. They also thought it was just too slow. And Coca-Cola looked at it and said, the ending is so dark. No one's going to want to go out and buy a Coke after watching the thing. And overall, they said, pull our money out of it, but we don't want any of it. Lee Mendelsohn talked about Coca-Cola, and then
we got a call from Coca-Cola, and they said, have you and Mr. Schultz ever considered doing a Christmas show with the characters?
Yeah.
And I immediately said yes. And it was a Wednesday, and they said, well, if you could send us an outline by Monday, we might be interested in it. So I called Sparky on the phone.
That's Charlie, Sparky.
And I said, I think we just sold a Charlie Brown Christmas. And he said, what's that? And I said, it's something you're going to write tomorrow.
Yeah, and he ended up having to do it. There were big problems with it as far as Coke was concerned. But the amazing thing is, there was one exception to the exception. Okay.
They basically wrote it off like, well, this is going to be a big tax write-off.
They thought it would bomb.
It looked like it was going to be one and out.
I've killed it. Oh, everything I touch gets ruined.
The day after, I was going someplace, I heard some gal on the radio talking about it.
It's not bad at all, really.
She's talking about our spot. I couldn't believe it.
The day after it aired, to quote one of the executives, it was as if all heaven broke loose.
Fortunately, half the country tuned in and watched it, and CBS called and said, well, we'd like to order 4 more.
Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown!
Oh, God, they should have cut that part out. CBS also had a problem with this, and Charles Schultz. Schultz was adamant against any changes. He said, forget it. We're not doing it. If you guys try to change the music, nope, I'm not changing that. I'm not changing anything. And Coke says, well, get rid of the religious stuff. Luke 2:8-14. That's don't have that in there.
Isn't there anyone who knows what Christmas is all about? Sure, Charlie Brown. I can tell you what Christmas is all about.
Lights, please.
Lights, please. And there were in the same country shepherds, abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them. And the glory of the Lord shone round about them. And they were sore afraid. And the angel said unto them, Fear not. For behold, I bring you tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And this shall be a sign unto you. Ye shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host praising God, and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men. That's what Christmas is all about, Charlie Brown.
Yeah, Charlie Brown. And then there was this commercial.
Over 1 million falcons. Isn't it great? It's very nice. Nice? It's beautiful. And it's not fair of Ford to only sell 1 million falcons. So I think you ought to go out and do something for the families who don't own falcons. I'm going. Doing good always gives me a deep feeling of satisfaction.
You know, when you watch those Charlie Brown things, they were so mean to Charlie Brown. Ugh. Even the adults were mean to Charlie Brown. Like in the Charlie Brown Halloween, why were the adults just handing out rocks just to Charlie Brown? Everywhere they went, like, I got a chocolate bar, I got a rock. It's like the adults like, hey, is that the bald kid in the back there? Give him a rock. And then even when he goes to buy the Christmas tree and they're really mean to him when he brings that thing back, everyone's just crapping on him, constantly busting on poor old Charlie Brown.
Lucy always pulling the football away.
Yeah, the guy couldn't win to save his life.
Can I ask a question about Coca-Cola?
Yeah.
So they ended up pulling out of it altogether?
No. They were still in there. It was too late. They were all there in there. And because that's where they said they would just do, well, you know what? It'll just be a tax write-off. We spent all the money on the thing. I think Menendez got $76,000 to cover the production costs, and then wound it up with earning roughly $5 million from the special in 2000. But you know, when you watch it on television now without the commercials in it, the thing's like over in 12 minutes. Yeah. Right? It's just done. But there used to be all the breaks, and they would have Dolly Madison, different cupcakes and stuff was in the middle of the thing. That was the show to watch. When you knew that thing was coming on, that was the best. Charlie Brown Christmas.
Still is,
even without the commercials, because the commercials slowed it down and you couldn't wait for the next thing.
Yeah, I've never seen it with commercials as it originally aired. It's always been like the 21-minute little Charlie Brown movie.
Just blowing right on through it. Yeah. I can't believe they talked about God and Merry Christmas. That's what Christmas is all about. Boy, these people, I'm getting more text messages from people in Suncadia really mad about them taking down. They had a sign that said Merry Christmas, big sign. It had lights on it. Then somebody unplugged the lights. Then somebody took away the extension cord. So then somebody that lives there at Suncadia got their own extension cord and plugged it back in. Then somebody unplugged it again. Then finally, the people there at Suncadia just took the entire sign away. There's no gigantic Merry Christmas sign.
It's because of one Grinch?
We don't know, but they were trying to make it, more inclusive by getting rid of the sign. All righty, let's check in with Sully. Checking traffic, Sully.
Blap, 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 blap. Been waiting to do that for about 3 minutes now. We are working on a pretty significant backup on eastbound 104 and northbound 3 approaching the Hood Canal Bridge. It is closed. They are in the process of trying to remove a vehicle from an earlier crash today. So we're looking probably 25, 30, 35, maybe more delays. Again, the bridge is closed. So that's our biggest issue on the board. For those of you going eastbound across the trestle on Highway 2, you're going to run into some slowing from I-5 all the way over to the east end. That's because they're trying to keep all the debris from piling up underneath the very sensitive parts of the trestle there in the EB Slough with all the water that's going through. And so the right lane is blocked there. You've got an extra 10 minutes on your trip. Same with on eastbound 526, working your way past Highway 2, getting up through the Everett area. We had an earlier crash in that general area, still causing us issues. It's going to take you about 45 minutes from Seattle or Bellevue up into the Everett area. We're looking at pretty heavy brake lights on 522 in the eastbound direction, trying to get past Echo Falls. Nothing super significantly out of the way. 35 minutes from Bellevue to Renton, but Renton on down into Puyallups running right around 50 minutes. Not too bad. Southbound 5 struggling away from the 405 corridor in South Center. We might have a crash near 188. Give yourself about about 50 minutes now to go from Seattle down into Federal Way, and we're starting to see the brake lights through JBLM on southbound 5. Nothing significant yet, but we're getting close. KIRO News Radio Real-Time Traffic, I'm Chris Sullivan.
Thank you, Sully. Let's say it's a cold January day. You get out of bed and you go, wow, the house is extra cold. I wonder if I left the door open or something. You go down and check the thermostat, and it's blinking. Uh-oh, you have no heat. I don't know what's wrong, but maybe if that system you have is over 10 or 12 years old, it has finally kicked the bucket, and you're like now out of luck. So what are you going to do? Well, I recommend you put Home Comfort Alliance right there in your phone. Have it ready to go. Or maybe put it on a piece of paper. Go old school, put it in a piece of paper, little magnet, put it on the refrigerator. Have Home Comfort Alliance ready to come in and solve the problem. Because when it comes to heating, cooling, plumbing, electrical needs, the guys and gals at Home Comfort Alliance and their customer service, second to none. You can check it. They got 500 or more 5-star Google reviews. The people that work with Home Comfort Alliance always call Home Comfort Alliance to come back and solve any problems they may have. So, heading into the winter months, be prepared and just have Home Comfort Alliance ready to go for you. That's homecomfortalliance.com.
Jason Rance here with our local tax expert and advocate, Greg Nunn from None Better Tax Resolution. When it comes to the technology that the IRS is using, they're updating systems that haven't been updated in decades. And while that might sound great for them, it's usually bad for the taxpayer who owes.
It is, and their systems, unfortunately, they're just legacy systems. If you try to make an inquiry on some things, it's like you got to know how to use programming language to find it. But they are working on updating that system, and I hope that really they do, because they'll serve us better, the taxpayer better, and get things done quicker. The other thing they're doing is AI, just like every organization. So they're already using it to some extent to put in profile of certain things that they want to look for in a taxpayer and find those people and go after them or see what's going on, why they're not getting their money.
If you're having trouble with the IRS, call Greg Nunn, None Better Tax Resolution, 425-947-1967, or Google NUNN, None Better Tax Resolution.
What does VA mean to me?
A place for my daughter to call home, thanks to the VA Home Loan.
A new lease on life. The best healthcare team I've ever had is here at VA.
And education, and the opportunity to open doors I never thought possible with my GI Bill.
The financial support I need to manage the disabilities I developed because of my service.
Get what you earn. Visit choose.va.gov.
Not all veterans are eligible for the type or amount of benefits mentioned here.
Without American Crawl Space and Pest Services, it is hard to be a homeowner. Dave Ross here. American Crawl are the heroes to call for insulation and pest issues because in addition to their great reviews and decades of experience, they also give out the most PSE insulation rebates of any insulation company in the state. American Crawl, the heroes you call. Get your free inspection at AmericanCrawl.com.
I'm here with my real estate guy, Wes Jones of SellWithWes.com. And Wes, the year's almost over. It's the holidays, but the spring is going to come fast.
That's right. There's not a lot of time left this year. But here's the thing. It takes a lot to get a home ready to sell if you truly want the maximum value for it. So I would encourage you, let's start the conversation now if you're planning to sell next year. We'll walk through my pre-inspection program. If there's any improvements that need to be made, I can help line up the contractors. And if needed, we have options to pay for it out of the proceeds from the sale of your home. The important thing is to have a game plan from repairs to staging, pricing strategy, and marketing. And we can help you get a jump start right now.
There's a reason I say if you want to sell for more, sell with Wes. So go to sellwithwes.com, find out the real value of your home with Wes's home value calculator, then give him a call, schedule an appointment. Sellwithwes.com. That's sellwithwes.com. It really just is a better way to sell your home.
Did you know that nearly half the homes in Western Washington are not properly insulated or not insulated at all? That may be the reason why your home is way too hot in the summer and way too cold in the winter. It may also be the reason that your energy bills are sky high. Right now, Insulation Northwest is offering a free inspection of your home's insulation. This is a $199 value and it's absolutely free, no obligation. Just call today and Insulation Northwest will arrange a time that works with with your schedule. We'll perform a thorough exam of your home's insulation and give you the advice you need to start saving thousands. Everyone who calls today will also receive a free infrared screening of your home using the latest technology. This will help reveal any hidden flaws in your home's protective energy blanket. What do you have to lose? It only takes about an hour and it's absolutely free. Call Insulation Northwest today, the real insulation company.
InsulationNorthwest.com. Ready to deck the holidays? Win a brand new free deck, courtesy of one of the most trusted exterior companies in the Pacific Northwest, State Roofing and Exteriors. Don't miss out. Enter now at mynorthwest.com/win. That's mynorthwest.com/win.
The team that gave me back my full head of hair, Advanced Hair, is once again the winner of the 425 Business of the Year. Dr. Perungo and his world-class team begin regrowing your own natural hair the very next day. And Advanced Hair guarantees your new hair will grow, just like they did for me. Find out why Advanced Hair is the best of the best. With your free consultation, you'll receive $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. 425-449-8185 or advancedhair.com.
Well, Secretary of Transportation Duffy's at it again. Are people upset about this? He said, I think it was a couple weeks ago, he said you should stop wearing pajamas and slippers and dress a little better, or look a little better. People will treat you a little better. You're traveling. And then I don't know when they came up with this idea, but they want to put a pull-up bar in airports. So there's RFK Jr. doing some as well. There he is. Secretary Duffy takes his shoes off for this one. So 6 to 10 is good for men about his age, or 2. He's doing pretty good form. 3, 4, yep, not swinging the legs. 5, 6, not bad. 7. If you wanted to break the world record, it'd be 77 in 1 minute. Who's that guy?
I don't know.
Some other guy jumping in there.
He's a ringer.
If you can do anywhere between 13 and 20, you're considered to be at the top of your game. Anything more than 20, then you're an elite. There he is. He's done 21. Oh, Secretary Kennedy's going to get in there. Yep. Okay. Wow, he's struggling. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
His
7,
chin didn't
8.
even get above the bar.
No, he's not. Good form, though. He's got a tie on.
Yeah.
Would you get on the pull-up bar if you were at the airport?
I probably couldn't help myself.
Yeah.
But, it's an odd place to exercise, don't you think?
I always exercise before getting on a plane. I do push-ups, and my son hates it, and Nick hates it.
Yeah.
She's like, people are looking. I said, I don't care. I don't care. I do push-ups and try to do 100 squats. And then if I'm really bored and I got a long flight ahead of me, I'll get on the escalator and I'll walk up the down escalator.
How's that do for you?
Well, it's like being on a Stairmaster.
But that's bad etiquette. You can't go the
There's nobody there. I'm on a layover. It's like 11 o'clock at night or something. There's nobody on it. The escalator's still going down. Just get on it. Just start walking. Because you're going to sit on the flight for like 5 hours or 6 hours. You just feel awful. So try to do 100 squats and then maybe bang out 50 push-ups or something like that. I do them in the Alaska Airlines lounge, and Nick's like, oh, my God, don't do those. Why? He'd even rise like, really, Dad, right here? Why not? What? And here's my thinking. If people say anything about it or whatever, it gives them something to talk about. Like, oh, I saw this guy doing squats. It gives them something to talk about. I'm not trying to give them something to talk about, but why be embarrassed by that?
Well, you could say the same thing about somebody in their underwear at the airport.
There's a difference. There's a difference between somebody doing 50 push-ups and getting up and being well dressed, and then another person slovenly dressed, shuffling around in their slippers.
Give them something to talk about.
I don't talk about that. You brought that up. Here comes Sully checking traffic. He is your conduit, and he's glad to do it. Sully.
And filling in for our good friend Nate today, and we are looking at a reasonable drive as we approach 4 o'clock. We're still dealing with a lot of heavy slowing in both directions of the Hood Canal Bridge. It remains closed at this point because they're in the process of trying to recover some vehicles from an earlier crash, and we're just not moving on northbound 3 or eastbound 104 on either side of the bridge. So I'm watching that closely, but that is a spot you want to try to avoid. Another prior issue we're dealing with is on eastbound Highway 2 across the trestle, trying to get over to the Snohomish Lake Stevens side. Right lane is blocked. They're trying to prevent a bunch of debris from the EB slough hitting the pilings there on the trestle. So that's why you're backed up all the way from the Everett side over. Going from Seattle or Bellevue up into the Everett area, you have the usual brake lights right around the county line, but overall about a 50-minute trip for either one of those is not bad. The lake bridges are still okay. I'm looking for something on southbound I-5, working from 180th down towards the Kent Des Moines Road. The only thing I could find is there's a person walking in the southbound direction there, as far as I could tell, dressed in all black on the right-hand side of the road. So just be careful if you come across that. We're looking at about a 45-minute trip from Seattle into Federal Way. Both directions of 167 are heavy through the Pacific area. Nothing should shock you about that. From Bellevue down into Renton looks relatively normal. We do have westbound slowing on I-90 approaching the 405 corridor, and some brake lights through JBLM, but nothing you can't handle. This report brought to you by the KIRO Radio Rundown. Text newsletter to 888-973-5476. Subscribe to the daily KIRO News Radio Rundown. Get the latest news and updates right to your inbox.
KIRO News Radio's Ursula Reutin.
I remember when Holiday Magic started 37 years ago. It was actually my first year here at KIRO News Radio. The impact that this program has had on so many people's lives has truly been inspiring, and I am proud to be a part of it. Join us tomorrow, all day long on KIRO News Radio for the 37th annual Holiday Magic Benefiting Treehouse. You can donate right now. Text MAGIC to 888-973-5476.
Did you know in Washington State, you can see a physical therapist without a referral from your doctor? That's right. Thanks to Direct Access, you can skip the wait and get the care you need right away. Shannon O'Kelly, how has Direct Access changed the game?
Direct Access for us, Brock, is a game changer. Why? Is because there is so much research and data out there that says if you get in early when you have a musculoskeletal problem or an injury, the earlier you get in and we can start care, the better outcomes and the decreased downstream cost, okay? So it's so important. Our providers are all doctors of physical therapy. They're all trained to identify situations and problems. They've got the skill, they've got the talent, they've got the knowledge. If you get in and start therapy early, we're going to get you back to activity, pain-free, and moving and having fun.
Fast, easy, effective. Direct Access is your path to better movement, starting with a single step. Visit irgpt.com to schedule your appointment today. irgpt.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Hey, it's John Curley. If you're having joint pain, this will interest you. Wednesday, December 17th, Dr. Mark Wagner, MD, is having a free live webinar to talk about stem cell therapy.
I'm really looking forward to this live webinar to educate on how using your own stem cells can be an extremely successful method to help regenerate native tissue in rotator cuffs, meniscus tears, and reduce pain in osteoarthritic joints.
What joints have you seen really good success with?
Shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, even wrists and ankles. And in this live webinar, we'll tell you all about the procedure, how simple and safe it is using your own stem cells, and how we determine if you're a candidate.
Learn about stem cell therapy with Dr. Mark Wagner, MD, one of the most experienced in the country with over 20,000 stem cell procedures. Go pain-free in 2026. Join his free live stem cell webinar, Wednesday, December 17th. Register at drmarkwagnermd.com. That's drmarkwagnermd.com.
KIRONewsradio.com.
You know us. We're the heating and air conditioning company with the big colorful logo and the recognizable trucks you see all over Western Washington. You know us as the company that believes in the good we're doing and the impact home comfort has on your personal happiness. In its third generation, our family-owned business has been improving the lives of our customers every day since 1957. Call the experts in installation, service, and repair. Bob's Heating and Air Conditioning. Your family's comfort is our family's business.
I love the fact that Mike Novak sells more homes than anybody else. This guy works so hard. You know what's happening? People are selling their homes again. And if you don't have Mike Novak's name on that sign, well, you're wasting your time and your house is just going to be sitting on the market. Mike is so confident that he can sell your house quickly. And for more, you'll pay no commission if Mike Novak doesn't sell that home in 21 days. So go to meetthenovaks.com. I'll spell Novaks for you. Novaks. Meetthenovaks.com.
Hurry, time's running out. Check off the wish list with instant savings and free battery offers on select steel tools. Shop online or in store.
KIRO FM and HD1 Tacoma, Seattle.
President Trump rallies in Pennsylvania.
He is going to be arguing that he is bringing prices down.
Kentucky State University campus shooting.
Officials confirm one person is deceased.
Body cam video from Luigi Mangione arrest.
Someone called, they thought you were suspicious.
This is the CBS World News Roundup Late Edition. I'm Jennifer Kuiper. President Trump touts his economic agenda during a campaign-style rally in northeastern Pennsylvania this evening. He's expected to hone in on falling gas prices and rising wages. In nearby Scranton, those shoppers tell CBS News when it comes to prices.
I think they have gone up. Cost of beef is astronomical.
My years, prices would have an influx up and down, but it's dramatic.
CBS's Nancy Cordes is at the rally.
There are individual items like eggs that have gotten cheaper since he took office. But overall, grocery prices are up about 3% over the past year. Energy prices, which he claims are coming down, are up about 3% over the past year.
Police are on the scene of a shooting at Kentucky State University in Frankfort. Our authorities say one person is dead, another is in critical but